Yo, 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 yo! Good evening, everyone, and hope you're having a good time. As usual, happy Wednesday, happy new week, and another stream. Right, so we are going to be looking at a new game. Came out last week, specifically on the 12th, if my memory serves me right. And it's a new game from Atlas and Sega. You guys guessed it, the last game they've announced and launched is Shin Megami Tensei 5. So for those of you that don't know Shin Megami Tensei, it's quite an old franchise technically in the world of Japanese RPG, JRPGs and whatnot, with the first one technically launched in 1987, so roughly a year after I was born, so that's like 34 years ago. It's quite an old franchise in general, and it was the main concept of the game in general is pretty much the same premise. And if you are more of a younger generation of a player and have played other games from the Atlas catalog, you probably know Persona, right? Persona 4, 5, 5 Royal, etc. And I'm not sure if you guys know, but technically the Persona franchise is a spin-off of the Shin Megami Tensei franchise. And even a lot of the creatures, a lot of the personas that you can collect in Persona are technically a lot of the demons and creatures that you will see in Shin Megami Tensei. Now, Shin Megami Tensei has this kind of the same premise in the sense of the way the storyline is explained and the core genre, and it's pretty much the same core. It's always a sort of post-political universe, usually always set in Tokyo, just because back in those days there wasn't really much games that were actually set in Tokyo, even from Japanese games, and so it was quite a known thing about the franchise, and this one is no different. The TLDR. Basically, you start the premise of the game starts with introducing you to your main character, and they're kind of like drawn because of some sort of like natural episode. They're drawn into a different dimension, which is basically the underworld. So it's kind of in a way that what if hell kind of took over the world, and kind of you got the forces of like the forces of hell and the forces of heaven. They're not named like that in the game. They're named a bit differently, and basically you're kind of, as a character, you're projected into that world, and you meet a strange being called Aogami, which in a sense which decides to help you and fuse himself with you into becoming a sort of superhuman, in a sense, person known as a Nahobino. So it's a very fun way of explaining it, because a Nahobino is a sort of a in between. He's not really a human and he's not really a god. Like, he's not a deity, so they have like these godlike powers, but they're still human in the sense that they will die, they need food, health, etc., etc. So we're roughly at the beginning of the story, because I didn't want to progress too much in the game to a sense that it would kind of ruin the experience. But TLDR, we're in the underworld. We're starting to learn our basic skills, so what we can do, and our ability to kind of like recruit demons to fight for you. And the recruitment process, and apologies, I gotta clean those lenses. The recruitment process is a little bit similar to Persona as well, where you have to kind of interact with the demon and speak to them, and kind of like call into their sensibility, into their personality, to kind of bring the best out of them, and so that they feel like more attached to you. So as an example, if you were to try to collect a pixie, from what you can tell from a pixie is that they love to be praised, they love to be kind of like over glorified or loved in a sense, and so you kind of have to pick some dialogue scene. In some instances you have to give them special items that they request, sometimes as simple as a bit of currency or some simple items like a medicine or whatnot, or in sometimes it's just a life essence, and or they ask for HP or magic point from you to drain. So that's where we are right now. We're in a situation where we're progressing in the story. We're still, like I said, we're still in the beginning, and we are gonna fight our first absinthe, which is basically a sort of nest of demons that where you have to fight a lot of them, and then I'll explain a little bit more how these things works. Basically, the music in the background is that it's the music from the game. In comparison to Persona, it's more dark and more, I would say, more on the sci-fi sort of like electronica kind of vibe, but not modern electronica, more like old school electronica with a lot of synth and a lot of dramatic and the fighting songs, and the so far the original soundtrack of this game is just gorgeous. I mean, it's not those jazzy funky tunes of Persona, but it has its own different kind of charm. So there we go. Let's switch to the game. So the game so far is only planned to, so these are the abscesses that we're talking about. So they're outpouring of Magatsuhi, and they've been claimed by demons. So demons basically hold these areas, and they will attack anyone who gets close until you slash the abscess and defeat the demon or demon housed within. It is wise to remain cautious. Obviously, upon the demon's defeat, the hidden powers will be granted to the Hanahobino. So I'm fused with that person that I was talking about, this strange creature, person-like person called, hey Lee, hope you're good, and Forsen, sorry I missed you there. So Aogami is kind of like helping us. We're fused with him, and so Aogami is already like was at the level of full power, but now I have to kind of like, as a person fused with him, I have to kind of like reawaken all these powers. So the game so far is only on Nintendo Switch. Now, graphically speaking, we're not looking at something really Persona-like kind of like level of oof, that's a lot of, but it's still really clean. Now, what does the core mechanic in the game are very much similar to Persona, except so you have a main character and you have demons that fight with you. So the demons, you can see them, they're on the right side. I got a pixie, a slime, and a preta that I can fight, and it's turn-based. So right now I have 4 actions that I can do. So basically 1 action per character, and eventually I can find ways to gain more actions, so I can get the upper advantage and finish off a demon before he attacks me. How does that happen? It's very simple. Every single demon in the game has a weakness. So in this sense, for example, if you look at this one, the slime, he's got weakness to almost all. So you see the little exclamation mark. He's basically weak to almost every element except which I think is the darkness, the last one, and then the first one is basic attacks. So just melee attacks like the one I'm about to do. This one we don't we know so far that he's weak to ice and to I think this is wind. and then not so much about the other one. So what I'm going to do for now is I'm going to use Zeo, which is just basic electrical attack, so a thunder if you want, and then attack it on slime. The moment I attack, the music switched to the combat song, and the thing goes on. Now, like all other Atlas games that are in that sense, you can also do auto battle and let basically the AI control over what you can do. It's not perfect, but in some instances when you're really high level, you can't be bothered to really fight these weaker enemies. It's an easy way to kind of like get rid of it and not have to bother with it, because in comparison to Persona, Shin Megami Tensei in general as a game is much more difficult. It's kind of almost I wouldn't say it's as brutal as a Dark Souls or whatnot, but it's got its own hardship, and it's really, a lot of people might feel like, oh shit, maybe this game is not for me, but really once you get into it and you really study it and get used to it, things really get challenging but fair. There we go. So almost a full kill. Because I've done a weak attack on the character. Let me lower the music just in case it's a bit too high. And so because I've done this this effective move, if you want, so a move that he's weak against, I basically gain an extra point, an extra action. So as you notice at the top, my action point are still set to 4. So that's how it works. And so now I can hopefully do even more attack. So now we're gonna get rid of this slime. Here's another slime. Another slime has some poison attack, which are effective against this little raptor here. There we go. So I gained another attack, so I'm at 3 instead of being at 2 at this point. And then I will basically get rid of as fast as possible the other one without wasting MP, because MP is not that easy to find in the game. We still got some. We're gonna make use of Zeo again, as you can see, and now we still have 2 full attack, which I think should be enough to get rid of this. There we go, almost there. He's gonna try to attack me, but he's got dust in his eyes, so he will miss target most probably. There we go. Alright, I'm done. Oh shit. I tend to forget that automatically does the last action. So we wasted 10 MP, but that's fine. We should be good. And so as you progress, basically everyone in your party will gain XP. And so as you progress XP, for demons, the XP and all the stats are automatically assigned. So for example, in this case, you can see that it added 4 HP and 2 more MP, and then +1 magic and +2 luck. But in other cases, let's say if it was... and I just gained a new level. At level 5, I'll gain an extra level as well. Alright. Oof, that's a lot of these again. Alright. Let's do another Zeo attack. So at the beginning of the game, you mostly need to at least like get a bunch of these characters or these demons to join you, because you need to build up your strength, right? In a sense, or else you won't be able to. Bufu is effective against everyone, which means that we can use it on anyone we want. There is no way like other games to kind of spread the damage. So basically, if you want to cast a magic attack, it will always only cast on a single enemy unless you find the get the skill set to do a group AoE attack of that same element. So we're going to use Bufu, which is the ice, and we gain an extra Zeo. We're going to use Zeo here. Oh, that was more than effective now. Get rid of this guy here. There we go. And then we should be pretty close. I mean, at least we're almost done. He's gonna attack someone. Yep, there we go. Luckily we got a. And as you rack up, as you keep on going, eventually you will build up the Magatsuhi level. And so when it reach max level, you can basically activate some new abilities. So in my sense, I have the Omagatoki critical, which basically means for one turn, all of my allies' attacks, like basic and magic attacks, will be critical by default. I'm not going to waste it right now. I'd rather leave it for a much stronger enemy, let's say a boss or a mini boss. So oh, we gain a life stone, which is great. Usually, there we go. And our fairy is now level 5. Our pixie, sorry. There we go. So now we can fight the Apsis, and so right now we're face to face with some enemies that we've never played against. So they look like leafy, plantish kind of enemies. So my expectation is they're probably fire. So I'm gonna activate the Omagatoki right now, and I'm gonna start attacking. Alright. So it seems like basic attacks don't really do anything. They're not weak to basic attack, but that's fine. We're gonna launch a poison attack to see if that maybe affects one of them. They're weak. Ah, there we go. Here's a weak. Alright, so let's see what this guy is gonna do. Let's do Bufu here and test out the ice against it. Alright, so they're not weak to alright, so let's try one last Zeo. They're resistant against. Okay, so there we go. We got enough data, at least right now. We don't know anything about the other ones, but my expectation is fire is a weakness as well, other than poison. Whoa, that was a crazy critical hit, huh? So right now all is left is one. I'm actually thinking about talking to him, which is the second thing. So the other options, and I know my camera is kind of covering the skills and whatnot, but basically the second option is to use items. Right now I got some life stone that I could use, or a fire dampener. We have the guard, which basically means blocking a weakness and critical until next action. Those are effective, especially when you have characters or enemies against you that are kind of preparing for a massive attack, and you want to kind of be ready for that. This last option is stock, and then we have change. So it's switch demon and stock to kind of like, it's kind of a calling out the Pokemon in a sense. And you have escape or pass, so you can pass the turn to the next in line. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to talk to it because I want to try to recruit it. So let's see. You start talking to the demon. but seems to have no intention of listening. Ah. Alright then. Well, I'm gonna actually, because I think the Onmoraki demon in stock is has some. Let me see his skill info. Yeah, he's got fire, so that could be a good switch against. So we'll switch it with the pixie so that he can do a weaken attack. There we go. Skill set, Agi, and here's a. It should be effective. Yeah, there we go. Knew it. All right. Here we just continue with normal attack, and then we'll do a bestial bite. So we still have 2 turns here. We're almost done, so we're just not gonna waste any mana, and we're just gonna do normal attacks and get it over with. I hope the music level is okay. Let me know if it's too high, like the voice effects and the music of the game. All right. So when your character levels up, you basically get the choice of increasing. So automatically you get some stats boost by default, but you can also pick. You get an extra point that you can basically assign where you prefer. So in my case, right now I can assign anywhere I want. I'm trying to gradually build a properly balanced character, so I'm just gonna boost my agility here, and as you can see, it's your normal straight out of mill RPG settings. So you got strength, so basically damage and physical attack. Vitality is your health and reducing the damage as well against your own. Sorry, not the health, the reducing the kind of like defense if you want. Magic is to increase your damage to magic attack. Agility is to get escape rate, hit rate, and evasion when you get attacked. So kind of. And then finally, luck. Luck is the chance. Everything is chance based, so it's kind of a combination with agility as well in some instances that help, but also with things like rolling of the dice attack. So yeah, that's it so far, and let's keep on going. Now, I could level up my own, I could also basically build and get myself some new attacks, like magic attacks and whatnot. And these basically happen by fusing yourself with other demons. So you basically kind of like use their soul essence and kind of like swallow it and gain their abilities. Alright, so he's got life drain now, which is pretty good because it just it boosts its own health by doing the attack. So here's our first abstinence. Nabohino has obtained Magatsuhi and awakened the vast power pool of Miracle. So right now we have the Art of Essence, Divine Garrison, Divine Proficiency. Wow, okay. That's a bit complex. We'll get to it probably right now. Surrounding area on the map is no longer blocked. So right now it means that we can continue and continue in the start. So here's our Ogami talking to us in the background. The game also features voice line in Japanese, but you have to download. This is not as clear forward. You have to actually download the. There we go. These are very rare to find.
Don't you? Of course.
There you go. That's a character we saw recently. We kind of saved from other demons.
Watching you. Oh, you must be pretty tough if you can take out an abscess like that.
Yep.
Still, you're super outnumbered. Bet you got a little. Oh, I know. Here, just so we're clear, I didn't do this for you or anything. I just happened to pick it up. So.
All right. Gave us a bead. All right, we'll take it. Thanks.
Not exactly the best way to say thanks, but if you want, I can find even more for you.
Young man, this demon's intentions are...
Hey, what's with the face, huh? Alright, I'm gonna go find more stuff. Then you'll see how helpful I am, and then you'll take me with you. It's a promise! Okay.
You can come with me right now. Could use a demon kimono. Was that a... What is this thing at the top? Is that a demon? Okay, I guess I can't drop him. These little things that are found on the floor are basically kind of a HP. They give you quickly HP and MP. They're quite rare, but yeah, they're helpful. Okay. Some old Tokyo vending machine that we can loot. Huh, what is this? My wife's sending me gossip in the middle of my stream. Alright, this place wasn't a netherworld until about 20 years ago. Okay, so it means that we were tossed 20 years in. Alright. Let's see. Just the second, people. The wife needs the Netflix password. Alright. So I guess I'm not sure who this person is, but seems like they don't want to fight, so it's all good. Ah, here's some demons. Come here, come here. All right. So in the beginning of the game, and like many of the Shin Megami Tensei and their spin-off, you gotta grind in the beginning. You gotta grind as much as possible because really, it doesn't give you a chance to kind of lose, and you don't want to be forced in a sense to have to reset. Like, oh, you have to save a lot in this game. All right, so we already know their weakness. These guys, they're weak to ice and wind. So we're just gonna keep on going right now, and we're gonna do some basic attacks right now. Boom. So one less to deal with. This guy, I think this guy's got, yeah, he's got Bufu. So we'll activate Bufu on this guy. There we go. And then we should be able to, I don't think we're going to be able to kill him. Wow, we did. Alright, so we're left with one guy, one demon. It's fine. Let's keep on going. Let's do the auto battle. Yeah. Yep. There we go. And done. Alright. Right now we're obviously not gonna get so much XP from all these characters. But it's still efficient to do that, as you would assume. Whoa! So one hit. Nice. Alright, so these guys are really weak on all elements, so might as well abuse it and get rid of them really fast. And then we're gonna switch basic attack and then a Bufu, some ice power, and then we can finish it up. Oh no, let's not waste that. There we go. Alright. So I guess our goal is to find some sort of help now. We're obviously not just gonna roam around this underworld version of... but there is some interesting stuff that have opened up in the menu. Oh! Seems like there's a modern day...
Oh, glad you're okay. It's you, right? I know you look different, but somehow I can feel it. It's still you in there.
Oh, look at you.
Take a look. That's a lot of rust, but I'd know that green stripe anywhere. This train car's from the Yamanote line.
Alright, so it's from Tokyo.
But if this is the train, then what exactly happened here? What could have possibly happened to Tokyo while we were in that tunnel?
Oh, my friend. So, here's, it seems this is another world. Maybe it's 20 years in our future, which I think is what I'm gonna say, because it makes more sense.
What? But that would mean that the world we've known...
Love the suit, by the way. Would totally sport that.
Never mind. We need to focus on getting more information. First, we need to regroup with the other students. Dazai was around there too, if I recall.
Alright.
Abducted? Well, I suppose that decides it. We should split up and search. Don't worry.
I'm gonna search for that. I can control demons. Oh.
I'm with a group that's working to protect the world. They gave me a demon summoning program.
A demon summoning program, okay.
A host of demons is trying to drag Tokyo into darkness. And we have the power to stop them. I'm not just trying to protect myself. I'm fighting to save everyone. For now, let's split up and look for Dazai.
Alright.
If I find anything, I'll let you know on the app. This place is full of bloodthirsty demons. Living legends waiting to cut us down. But we can't die out.
I like this option, by the way, that you can remove the text at the bottom, kind of like just focus on the scenery. Alright, he left. Bye-bye. Alright, so...
Young man, before we begin our search for the angels, I would first like to go to Tokyo Tower.
Okay. Alright.
Thank you.
Should have asked why, but screw it. Let's do that. Okay, so we're gonna open the menu because there's some new stuff that have opened, and so now we can actually see the quest. So obviously this is the quest that we are going, and there is a new analyze now. So I guess now we can double check everything. Yep. So we can see even some lore piece, so understanding like, so fairies, the pixies are small fairy found in southwestern Britain, known for their cheerful nature and love of pranks. All right, what else we got? Those are the, so our Preta, they're known as Gaki in Japanese. They are ghoulish demons of Buddhist lore. Greedy humans cast into the Preta realm become these. Ugh. And their hunger is unrelenting. So it's really nice because like majority of the monsters and the demons in this game are actually like all based on a lot of different mythologies, whether it is like ancient Egyptian mythologies. So there's Anubis, from what I remember. There's also like a lot of ancient Christian mythology or like pre-Christian pagan like iconic monsters and stuff. So, and obviously a lot of Japanese based on Buddhism. There's some Shintoism monsters and stuff like that. So everything you could expect from the myth and legends of the universe. All right. What else? All right. So let's continue. Seems like there's something here under the. Yep. This guy's following me. Seems like there's a save at the top. I would like to go to the save first before we can continue. Oh, it's not a save. It seems to be some sort of object. What is that? 50 glory. Alright, I'll take it. We got some enemies here. Yep, Agi. Right, I think, yeah, he's, There we go. Get rid of one. Let's use Bufu on this guy. And let's get rid of this last. I think we can pretty much kill him without having to waste mana. So might as well do that. Alright. See the map actually. See if we're going towards the. It seems like there's some more items here that we can collect. There's one here, but we're not gonna try to attempt and get them right now. Just gonna keep on continuing. Aha! Here's those monsters we fought, but I'm gonna go and save right now.
Young man, wait.
Oh, she's here.
Long time no see, huh?
Alright.
I found a bunch more stuff since last time, so now you gotta take me with you. It was a problem.
Okay, why do you want to come with me?
Well, you see, there's a certain demon I'm looking for. They're kind of my other half. Yeah, my soulmate. Oh, totally. Pretty exciting stuff, right?
Okay.
Only thing is there's like a million demons getting in my way basically every second. So please, you just gotta let me take.
Alright, come. Come with us.
Yay! Thanks. And you're heading for Tokyo Tower. Do you know about the monster that hangs out there though? Everyone calls him the demon of the tower.
Yes.
So, I'm gonna come help and make sure he doesn't wipe the. I'm Amanazaka. Here's hoping we can help each other out.
Alright. New monster joined the gang. Oh, it's our quest navigator. Alright. They don't participate in battle, but they will inform you of items on the map as well as provide hints regarding your objective. Alright, fair enough. Okay, so these are the leyline realms. So they're basically crossing point. Kind of like quickly you can use the leyline crossing basically, so you can travel to other leyline point. Kind of like if you want a quick and easy way to jump into different points, right? And then the other thing is you can go down to the Cadaver's Hollow, and the Cadaver's Hollow is basically the shop if you want, and it's basically this room where Gustav
Looks like you got your head naturally. I mean, if it's a fair price you want, I'm good.
and so this Gustav, this cadaver, you can basically buy items, a lot of items from him with the money basically that is in the game. So obviously you got all sorts of stuff. You got items that do elemental damage. It's quite expensive, as you can notice. Spyglass, you got some medicine, 50, so there we go. And then eventually what you can do also is sell items. You can sell whatever you got on you. So for example, a can filled to the brim with a mysterious liquid. It smells dangerous at first, but quickly become rather enticing. So go figure what it actually does. And then some other, so there's this, and then there's, so these are relics, and they basically can be sold freely without having to worry about it.
Say thanks. Looking to say.
Alright, or you can sell your normal items. And then the other one is they got there's special rewards for finding Mimen or Mimen. I'm not sure how they're spelled. I forgot how they're pronounced. But there are these little creature that he's looking for, and you basically gain certain reward depending on how many you found. So when you find your first 5, you get your starter healing set. 10, you get elemental talisman, as you can see. So there's more items. So it's always, they're spread around the world. In the first area, from what I've kind of heard, is that there's roughly 20. So, and in total, it seems like there's 250, I believe. Yeah, maybe a little bit less. 200. Yeah, there we go. So that's, yeah, Maka. Not sure what the origin of the word Maka is, but I actually have a yeah, Maka is a common nickname in English-speaking countries of Anglo-Saxon heritage. Somebody's, yeah, so what is for somebody whose surname begins with a Gaelic prefix Mac, so like a, so for example, Steve McMahon, which is spelled McManaman, was referred to El Maka. All right, that's so I guess ancient Gaelic story. The other one is the World Shadow. This is where you basically do demon fusion and enhance your own abilities. So I'm gonna check what I can do right now, because right now I only have Zio, and so Sophia is the one that basically guides you in this process. So it seems the power of the miracles have been kindled within you. However, that alone is not enough to wield the miracles. So we need glory, and glory are fragments of God's power scattered across the realm of that. By gathering this power and offering it here, you can harness these miracles to act as both your sword and shield. Yes. Give me holy powers. Alright, let's see. Okay. It is a forbidden art known as demon fusion. Yeah, that's the other part which I've talked about. And demon fusion is where you can actually fuse 2 different demons into, well, basically creating a more powerful demon. So in this case here, we have a demon that seems to be, so for example, this one, we don't know what its name is, but it's a fairy type, and we're gonna have to find this other one here, which seems to be a divine style demon, and then we can fuse them into this new, much stronger demon, obviously, as you can see at level 18. We got reverse compendiums fusion, so it's basically if you already have found certain demons, you can find a way to, so for example, we have Aitvaras here, which is a combination of slime and Petra. We got Fortuna here, which is a combination of Pixie and Onmoraki. Bicorn, Mermaid, Neko Shogun, look at this guy, love it. And his type is War God. But he's pretty cool because look at his defense. If you guys can see them, I don't know if you guys, oh no, you can't. Basically, he will become technically a much stronger a demon, and he will also be resistant to, seems to poison and different statuses. Yeah, there we go. Look at this guy. Look at this guy. Yeah, I'm gonna get you. All right, so we're gonna do that. So we're gonna do this fusion and see what we can do. Shall tell you that can be created from those you now possessed, and then let us fuse 2. So we're gonna do that. We're gonna fuse Pixie, And here you go. You can see all the different results that you can get to. So right now we can't get Mermaid, or it seems we can't get Mermaid or Fortuna because it seems like they're much higher in level. So we're going to start with the Neko Shogun. Alright, let's do this. And we can basically transfer skills from the two other. So right now I'm thinking about using Zan, so we can have a normal. He already has Dia, so we're gonna use Zan, so we can have a wind attack, and maybe what's that? Those are physical attack, and maybe we'll use the poison one. And there we go. I think we're pretty good now. All set. Let's fuse it.
Is this demon to your liking?
She is to my liking. This demon is to my liking. Let's see. Nice. So obviously I'm just playing this cutscene now for the animation so you guys can see it, but obviously, you know, it's completely skippable. Oh my. Fusion. Ha. Obviously that's from Dragon Ball. And there's our boy. Look at him. Ah, adorable. Neko Shogun. All right. Now we're not gonna bother and do more fusions because we're low on. We'll do something more after. Other than that, we can do the apotheosis, which is basically how to perform these, so you can learn miracles. And so right now it seems like we got different miracles that we can use. So these are doctrines. So rare chance to acquire 1 extra relic. This one allows an additional. We can also, so we have 50 glory at the moment. So we could just, well, basically get some sort of, I think the best would be to kind of like activate extra skills. I think would make more sense. So I'm gonna actually get the Divine Garrison, which helps increase the demon stock by 1. So, yes, thank you. All right, so now I can carry more. I'm gonna half of max XP, HP and MP are recovered when leveling. This is definitely a need because health is quite scarce in this game, and MPs. All right. What else can we do? So we got 30 left. So we could do allow an additional skill to be selected from Essence, or yeah, that's the only thing we can do. Or we can do the Hand of God and then wait until we get more, or Divine Proficiency, increase the number of skills slot by 1. I think I'm gonna do the Art of Essence, just because I think it makes more sense at this point, early in the game. We still have 5 glories, so we're just gonna get our last Hand of God here. Or wait, unless there's, yeah. Yes, I wish to learn. Okay. That's it. The other one is Essence Fusion. So like I said, you can basically fuse this skill into myself, so I could steal his abilities basically into my own, but I'm not gonna do that basically at this point until I start farming and getting better demons basically. All right. The final part of the ley line here is that you can also do obviously the save, and then you can recover yourself. Recovery in all manners. So you can do a full MP heal, but this consumes money. So in this case, or the currency, the maca, and then. So right now, for example, here I could heal my MP, and it would cost me 57, which is something I should probably do. And if I want to heal everyone, it's 115, so I can quickly do that. But I'm just gonna do it for my main character, and that's about it. I think the rest is not really needed. Can survive without it. Like I said, always save in this game, always. Even with the slightest small progress, don't take a risk. It's not worth it. This game is quite brutal in that sense. Alright. This is also a demon that eventually you can get. Seems to be something in here. What's going on here? Oh. There's some sort of divine lady Apsaras. We are weak and powerless. Please lend us your guidance. Show us the way. Oh. Look at this guy. Puss in the boots. Pay us no heed and be on your way. Okay. I want to talk to her. Okay. So I guess I can't. Fine. We could grab these extra... Oh, there we go. Let's fight these. Alright. There we go. I think we've done this one before, but we're gonna... Nice. It's not like Pokemon, by the way, so if you do weaken the enemy, nothing really will happen in this sense. This one is weak to wind. Let's try this. Okay, no weakness. And then, from what I remember, he is not... They're not weak to... I'm just gonna do that. Okay, so we're gonna talk, and we're gonna show you how it works with the recruitment. Started talking to the demon. Oh, this song actually sounds familiar from the Persona. Alright, the moon is all round and pretty, haha, so cute. Demons and being a good spirit. Could this be due to the full moon? But you gotta give me something first. It doesn't have to be big. Okay. What do I do? Money. So, there's always a gamble here. So you could settle with his first choice, or the demon's first choice, as what he would prefer. Or you can also play with his mind. So you could tell him you don't need that. You don't need that money. Or you can actually ask for something else. So I might actually play around here and see what he would switch. Like, you don't need that. You think just because I'm a little girl, you can do whatever you want? Uh-oh. Well, that backfired. Ooh. Alright. Attempt number 2. So I think first I'm gonna get rid of some of these so that once it's our turn and we try to talk to the Mandrake, we can eventually alright, here's our Neko Shogun here. Alright, and now we can talk. I can pass. And there we go. Because it's only us that can, our main character that can talk to these. Alright, so. Alright, good spirit. Okay, so what do you want now? I want some of your HP. Alright, take it. 20? Whatever. No. You've had enough. Alright. Let's try again. No. Fine, take your money. I don't have that. More money? Very well. Alright, anyway. Here's our plant. Alright, let's continue now the journey with a bit of grinding. Nope. Let's do Agi. You can skip, by the way, so most of these don't look like it, but you can actually skip these like these animation in a sense. He's not weak to anything, so I'm not gonna waste my nope, not weak, so we're not gonna do that. And let's okay. Wow. There we go. Oh, he's gotta learn Mudo. Not sure what Mudo does. Oh, we'll figure it out. Alright, let's keep on going. Love this world so far. Looks so good. Oh. What are these new ones? Obtain Grimoire. And wow, 700 Maka. Okay. Let's go. Let's see these boys. Let's see how these evil demons work. Alright. Let's test Zeo first. Nope, not effective. Okay. Let's test. Let's get rid of these guys first. Because eventually I do want to get maybe some Zan. Nah, let's do it on. Ooh, okay, we found a weakness. Nice. Almost dead. How much we got here? Nope, resist to win. I figure it makes sense seeing them all floating. Alright, 7 HP. Oh, I'm weak. Okay. Alright, let's get rid of this guy first. Okay. Gonna revive my character a little bit, and we're gonna toss a Bufu on this one and get rid of it. Ooh, come on. Alright. Oh, they're getting ready for an ultimate attack. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna talk to them and try to recruit. Ask them to lower their guard. So what kind of work do you do? Exploring the netherworld. Okay, I could help you out if you give me something. Sure, take it. Hey, I got a Kurama. And usually when you recruit, that's an instant, like you finish basically the attack and you gain a bit of XP. You get, just a small note, you gain only XP for the actual, what is it called? Bishbah John Heda. Yeah, actually, yeah, he's got this weird, kind of like, you know, always passive thinking and whatnot. Preta. So yeah, so you only gain XP for basically for the amount of enemies that you've defeated. So if you recruit it from the beginning of the instance, you won't get any XP because the rest of the enemies will go away. Who's your favorite Preta? Grasshopper. We still got a lot of these here around. I'm pretty weak against them because of my weakness to wind, but I'm still gonna go for it because I wanna grind and get as much XP as I can. All right, so let's start getting rid of these ones. Oh, they're weak to fire as well. Good. Good to know. Okay, and then let's get a Bufu action here. Now, let's finish up some of these monsters. We're not really running very low on MP, but could use some more MP at one point. The thing is, like, because I wanna level up, because anyway the level up will grant me some half of my MP and HP. So it's a smarter way to. I don't know if it affects my demons as well, but I hope it does. Gotta get rid of them before they push their final attack. In any case, I still got 2 actions, so I should be good. Alright, final one, and done. Here's a level up, and yeah, I gained half of my HP and half of my MP back, so I'm back on normal. I didn't notice if it actually worked on the Neko Shogun, but it seems like it did. There we go. Alright, we're gonna boost our luck, so we have a perfect balance. 9 everywhere. Next skill, Sukunda. It seems like we don't have space, so we gotta discard one. So this one is to lower accuracy and evasion of one foe by... I'd rather not... I'd rather decline. I'm gonna decline the skill. We'll wait for the next one. Alright, let's get some more. Let's get some more and then we'll continue until the Tower of Tokyo. What? Bullshit. Let's do that. Let's get rid of these guys because most of my monsters are weak against them. Okay, and then there's a Bufu action here. Let's get rid of one of them. Alright. And then we still have one action here that we could do. We're gonna get rid of this one. Alright. Alright, so two enemy action. -6. Alright, and they're gathering their strength for the next attack. What? Screw this guy. There we go. And there's some Bufu. This one is really low on MP, but I think it's worth it. Come on. What? 2 actions? Ah, yeah. It's because of his... Alright. Yeah, let's continue the journey. To go from down. Whoa! What was that? Can we go from here? Let's see. Where's the map? No, it seems like it's closed. I have to go from this way. Alright. But there is a new monster here that I've never seen. It looks like a moon. Or something, whatever that is. There's this thing that says half at the top. I'm not sure what it is, by the way. I wonder. Okay, so blocks. Okay, let's try Agi. Resistant, okay. And escaped. Alright. Not sure what happened here. I think I've played so many Personas, I actually don't know. This is my first Shin Megami Tensei, by the way. I'd like to point that out. Not trying to bring some sort of like whatever excuse of why I didn't know what to do with this character, but I'm saying this because for someone who's played so much Persona, I actually never gave the original, root of the franchise a reason or to try it. All right, so here's we found one of those collectible Maiman or Miman, I don't know. It probably has like another, it's probably some sort of, what is a Miman? Yeah, there are Gustav spawns that we know. This typically includes all Okay, so there's not really any sort of like... What's going behind us? Oh, what is this dude? Look at this guy. Huge rock golem.
Rock-like demon.
He looks
familiar.
Does he?
The memory isn't clear, but I believe he may be a survivor of the battle
Between gods.
The objective is Tokyo Tower. I recommend
I'm not. Wow, these demons are known as punishing foes. Generally, when you first encounter these enemies, your chances of defeating them are very low. It is recommended you challenge them later once you've raised your level. Look at the size of this dude. No, 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 no. Hey, chill, man. I got you, Golem. Okay, so now it says new. So I'm assuming that it's a new moon. Ah, yes. Makes sense now. Okay, so I'm gonna save just to be extra share. Alright, so we're uncovering a little bit more of what happened here. Alright, so the battle happened 18 years ago. Okay. So we're gonna save. There we go. There we go. And done. Alright. Alright, let's continue. Let's advance towards where do we need to go again? To Tokyo Tower, but how far is it? Okay, so we need to go this way. So we need to go in front of the golem, but not fight him, obviously. Lord, look at this. It's got so much loot under him too. Alright, is something hidden? Nope. Oh, hello there. Ah. There we go. Alright, so what's going on here?
Here you go.
Let's move. Talk to no. What did she find? It looks like there's something here, something there. Will you investigate? Sure, I'll investigate. And we found a life stone. Good, thank you. Thank you for the help. Aha, more relic of the past. More relic of the past. Hey, Nox! I see you're playing the Persona clone. Hey! I already did that comment in the beginning of the stream. Yeah, it made me laugh when I was reading a bunch of these reviews about, you know, oh, Persona clone or some sort of. Oh, there's something in here. It seems like it. Should I go down? Yes.
Oh, you want some? Well, do ya?
That was a bit aggressive.
Uh-huh.
Alright, we found some money. What is this dude? Look at him. Mitamas. They're hard to take down. Not only do they flee almost instantly, their weakness keep changing too. So that was, I think that was what we try to fight. You think the comparison is fair given there's no benchmark? I mean, you mean a benchmark?
You feel that someone's in trouble feeling.
In what sense a benchmark? A benchmark of like that kind of genre of like
Totally.
demon fighting, I don't know, with sort of like novel, like how do you get someone new to SMT? I don't know, honestly. I mean, obviously, like depends what you mean by new. Like if it's a, you know, the new generation of gamers, they probably don't know much. I mean, you know, even though I hate that word, but it is a niche genre. Side note, niche is actually, the word is taken from French because it means to nest. A niche comes from niche, which means to nest, and it's basically nest yourself into something that you're more familiar. But in a sense, you know, like, how to explain it? Like, most people know Persona because of the, I would say, like, the appeal of the franchise, like, right? Like, especially in the modern time, right? You got Persona 4, you got Persona 5. Both of them were really good hits because of their, I would say, their theme, right? A lot of the theme, you know, like, talked about depression in youth and you know, and certain aspect of like sexual orientation, etc. But like, you know, Shin Megami Tensei is much darker. It's a more, I would say, something closer to religion, which in a sense might push away certain type of people to play this game. It's always been like very much like this whole battle of the divines, right? Of the deities, of the gods, or whatever you want to call them. That, you know, you have this demonic force, and then you got this kind of angelic, this whole like heaven and so narrative is close to Nier. I would say yes, but the narrative is still like very much like, a lot of the monsters, a lot of the demons you're gonna see here are all personas. They're all being used in personas. So like the Nobuo, the Amanazoka, and all these demons that you're gonna see in SMT are in Persona. So it's still something familiar, and it's very easy to sell to a Persona player to be able to play Shin Megami Tensei. Minus the aspect that there's not this whole side of like, you know, how to call it, this whole side of like building a relationship with your confidant and kind of like leveling that up so you can create more. It's mainly you as one character, and then you got this, and you basically build a party based on you build a party from all these demons. While Persona is more like, you know, you got the vibe of like in Persona 5, you have this whole like jazzy fusion, this whole fusion jazz aspect, kind of quirky, little bit this aspect of infantile, but also has some very deep topic that they talk about, right? Like depression, like obsession of electronics and social media, etc. Or you go into Persona 4, which like a lot of stuff about like, you know, obsession, addiction to television, to TV shows and stuff like that. So SMT is a bit, you know, elevated. It's more about like the soul and what it means to be a human and etc. Just a little bit, I wouldn't say deeper, but it's just a bit darker in that vibe.
I knew it! It's for sure that cat demon. Oh, they're super in trouble. What do you normally do in times like these? Are you the type to ask them what's up or whatever? Or do you just
Sometimes demons that inhabit the netherworld will ask for your help.
Well, whatever your thing is, we're you know, I just love to see that big pout up.
Yes. Show me. Yeah. So I have one, and I have a Neko Shogun as well. And Neko Shoguns are also in Persona. So obviously they're not, you know, they're not any different than trying to put together a reward for my retainers. I need 5 more. Sure. Okay. A demon specialized in searching should lead you right to them. I'm counting on you. Alright, so we have 4. I could buy 1, but yeah. Also, you know, like in Persona, you have this whole aspect of like having to go into what is it called? Like these dungeons, right? And like And then once you're done with the dungeons, there's also like the whole effect of like that you have days, right? And then there's certain aspect of the progress that you can't reach anymore past a certain time, right, in the calendar. You don't have that. You don't have this kind of strategy to build around in SMT. It's more like a straightforward traditional JRPG in that sense. It seems like she found us something here. Doesn't seem like there's anything below. There's lots of demons here. Whoa. What is this thing flying? Ooh. Alright, let's go there. Ah, nice. Bit of HP and a bit of MP. Always useful. Seems like there's something here. Yep. There we go. Probably some glory, hopefully. Nope. Some ice shard. I want to bring up something very minor but interesting. In Age of Empire 4, when you play as Arab or Indian civs, you can't hunt boars. Huh. That's interesting. That's a nice little touch, but here's the twist on that end, and hopefully I'm not going to offend anyone here, but technically one of the core reasons why pork meat was in a sense banned in the Arab world in those days was because, well, you can't conserve pork meat that easily, and they don't really live that well in, well, desert land and high heat. You know, in general, pigs, wild boar, etc. They all thrive on, you know, a forest land. They eat, you know, mushrooms, seeds, glands, stuff like, you know, like pinecone and whatnot. So obviously, it's an animal that is not part of the culture in that way, and so it makes total sense that you would ban an animal which its meat doesn't last as long and would eventually kill someone from consuming. Tornado's a monster. Ah, there's another one. All right, so automatically escape. All right, fine. Okay. Okay. Oh, we got another one here. What did you find for us? Ice dampener. Oh, we got another abscess here that we can fight and open up the land, the lay of the land.
Here you go.
I'm gonna go around. I'm gonna collect these, and then we're gonna go and fight that abscess. Some of the demons in this game, no, it's exactly the same demons. That's the thing. So majority of the demons, or almost all of the demons in Persona and SMT are pretty much the same. It's just that in Persona, certain demons wouldn't appear in some episodes and whatnot. But it's pretty much the same. And that's the interesting thing. Demons, most of the demons here, or creatures, whatever you want to call them, they're not only from Japanese cultures. Obviously in this case, what I'm sporting right now, so the Onmoraki, the Neko Shogun, and the Preta, they're all like from Japanese theme. But there's also Egyptian theme, like ancient Egyptian mythology. It's definitely an Atlas game. There's some. I mean, at the end of the day, Persona is a spin-off of Shin Megami Tensei. It was It was, let me just double check, but I think the first persona used to be called, there we go. Where's the main timeline? Where is it? There we go. So yeah, it was Megami Ibunoroku persona, which was also, which is basically the first persona. It was called Revelations persona. That was in 1996, and then eventually you had Innocent Sin in 1999, and then it just continued in becoming its own, obviously very well established spin-off franchise as well. There's also another spin-off of Shin Megami Tensei, which is Devil Summoner. Kind of mix of both. I haven't really played much of that one. Oh, look at that one. Alright, so it seems like it's a mermaid style with some fire. Alright, let's see. I'm gonna activate Zio, electricity attack, and even you're gonna notice most of the attacks and that they do are all they're all the same attacks that you would use in Persona as well. Mudo, weak dark, attack to 1/4, chance of insta-kill when striking weakness. I highly doubt, but I'm gonna use confusion here. Nope, that's a miss. Alright, so we're gonna use Zan. So basically basic wind attack. Okay, not very effective. And we're gonna use Bufu here. I have an idea that it probably is this femme, so this mermaid, is probably resistant to ice, but yeah, it's block. Wow, completely. Oof. So during battle, yeah, those are status element. Marin Karen, I think, is like, yeah. Oof, that's an ice attack. Okay. It's a lot of actions for... Alright, so we're gonna use the Omagatoki, which is the special ability once you reach a max level, and basically in this sense it boosts critical hits for all my characters. Alright, let's do some crazy damage here. Hopefully Zio should do a lot. Yeah, much better. We're gonna do... I highly doubt that Aji is gonna be effective, but I'm gonna still try my luck. Charm is not helpful. I'm gonna lower her defense. Yep. Couple more turns, and we're gonna do... Whoa! Alright, another weakened, so we can... And here, if you guys notice, I've explained this in the beginning, but if you do use an attack that they're weak against, you win more action points. So effectively, if you play it smartly, you could effectively have enough mana and resources, etc. You could effectively keep on killing and these demons without getting hit at all. And that's the whole approach of playing these games, whether it's Shin Megami Tensei or Persona. I'm not gonna waste here. I'm gonna try to attack. All right. I'm gonna use Dia on our Preta here. Basic attack. One more action. Another basic attack. All right. Fair. Let's see. Let's see. Where are we here on her stats? So She's almost halfway. Doesn't seem like she's got the only weakness so far. It seems is electricity. Wind doesn't do anything extra. I haven't tried the other abilities, but I'm not gonna waste it because right now I don't have anything else that can do heavy damage on that enemy. But her defense are weak, so it should be much more effective. I'm gonna try my luck with Mudo just to see the. Come on. Okay. Okay. We're gonna lower. Okay, do another basic attack. Anyway, we're almost done here. We're gonna do another bestial bite. Alright, and one final Zeal. Alright, she's almost dead. Friend here recovered, and now we can use Mudo. Let's see if Mudo actually is effective. Nope, but still did enough damage. Oof. Alright, let's do this. Well, we're done. How's things on my side? Everything is good. We're actually working on launching our first game soon, TM. And it's gonna be good. It's gonna be obviously something that we believe in, and it's also something that we're working specifically to make sure that it breaks a lot of misconceptions that we've been fighting for years and years and years, as whether it's myself on my own, you know, with my own platform, or you know, us as a team and fighting for years with other publishers, working with other publishers on like breaking these misconceptions about these regions that, you know, deserve much more than what they're getting at the moment. And hopefully, inshallah style, we'll see some. Hopefully we'll get some good reception. Finger crossed. Yeah. All right. Some large amount of XP. Here's a boy. Ah, thanks, Nox. I mean, the thing, you know, like, obviously there is a how to explain it. There is a little bit of you know, personal gain in this. Or not gain. It's more like vindication in a sense. Is like, you know, you know, like I know you guys know, like I wasn't born in the Middle East, and I wasn't, and so I'm kind of like lost in between cultures. Like, my mom is Spanish, my dad is Lebanese. I was born and raised in France, so I'm like all over the place. And like, what is, you know, my, whatever you want to call it, native culture or whatever. And so I don't really associate well with any. So in a lot of ways, I kind of, how to explain it, I kind of want to at least use my sort of you know, privilege that I have, being you know, being this half foreigner, and, you know, without being offensive, but like, you know, being a foreigner with a passport that isn't so problematic in nowadays, you know. And so it does help a lot. It helps a lot to be able to, you know, it helps a lot to kind of push this, not an agenda, but like push for like really a lot of more inclusivity. And not just, it doesn't need to be inclusivity about only about gender or sexual orientation or rights. It can start with very basic things like, hey, maybe Arabs shouldn't feel like, you know, second grade people, when they are consuming their favorite pastime, which is gaming. They should be treated equally as much as the rest of the world, instead of, you know, getting their culture completely shredded in games, like putting, you know, the holy Quran verses and scripture as some sort of like orientalistic bullshit texture in games, just to give some sort of exotic flair to a level. It's just disgraceful. And you know, like, I mean, this is COD. There's so many other things, you know, like, and so those are just the basics. Like, start with these basics. You don't want to launch the game in the regions with Arabic or with some cultural or some relevant cultural, some cultural relevancy. Then don't. But at least don't offend them. Don't use their culture as a mean to make some sort of like, you know, some sort of like controversy, just so you can, you know, get some nice PR buzz shit, because it's not going to be fun. Obviously, in the sense of, yeah, what happened with COD, that backfired really badly in their face. And to be frank, you know, like, they should have known better. It's the third time they've done this. And I know I spoke to a lot of people that to 3 different people that work in the QA department at Activision, specifically for the Arabic language, and they really feel bad because they feel a bit responsible for this. But again, they're not the team that is generally working on this and knows every single nooks and crannies in the game, right? How the hell would they have known that they should have looked on the floor at this specific part in a level that is set in bloody Russia, right? In a zombie themed Russian kind of like setting? How the hell would you think that there would be any sort of like Islamic culture, you know, items in there, whatever it is, whether it's the scripture of the Quran or it's some other parts, like, you know, Islamic geometry pattern or stuff like that. It's not meant to look just cool. It has a symbolic meaning to it. Don't disrespect it, and that's about it. And you know, and I'm not religious at all. I'm not Muslim at all. I'm, you know, I was born Christian, even if I don't really follow any sort of religion. I'm as atheist as it can be, but still, it's disrespectful, regardless of what I think about religion in general. So it's just, you know, it's just disgusting. And to be fair, you know, given the circumstances and everything that's happening right now with Activision as a brand, it's just.
Oh, hey.
Whoa.
The demon of the tower sounds like he's on a rampage.
How does that show up in World War II? Exactly, like in World War II in Russia, it's exactly what I thought. Like some designer, some set designer was like thinking, let's add some sort of multinational aspect to this library in the level, and then, you know, and he's just like randomly Googled some shit about Arabic writing. Or worse, he just, you know, bought some preset texture packs, which, you know, most companies do. And you'd be surprised, like, go to a lot of these like open source or like, you know, a marketplace for like game texture and whatnot, and look for Arabic themed content, and you will notice how much bullshit is in this just to give this sort of flair of Arabic era. You don't want to, like, come on. You got internal team that are in the in this vibe, and just do your job. And yeah, I mean, exactly. Only the Arabic account apologized. That was just a bit ridiculous. It's a really disgusting way to just, one, they're taking us for fool for assuming that well, they're being fools for assuming that, oh, there's only Muslim people in the Middle East, in the Arabic nations, as if like there's 2 billion people living there, which is ridiculous. And then the second thing is, yeah, it's a very smart PR effective way to kind of like reduce the tension and not give more visibility on an international press. And, you know, myself and some many others like Rami Ismail, etc., we all like used our platform to really like tell like known journalists and others to really like, hey, you can't let them do this. Like I'm not for cancel culture or anything like that, but like these guys need to know that they're doing something wrong, and they've been doing something wrong for many years. And like we can't just shut up and just count for the local press to talk about it, because, well, it will only affect the mentality of the local people, and the local people are already angry. We want allies abroad, because it's not until like the Western world start realizing that they're literally shitting on other countries' culture and other regional culture that they will understand that they're doing something wrong. It's once the West actually puts pressure on their own leadership, then things will change. When we start do it as Arabs, as Hindi, as Southeast Asians, as many other marginalized people, it just sounds like we're just a bunch of whiners. And you know, yeah, exactly. You know how it is.
Young man,
but yeah.
Before we go to Tokyo Tower, I recommend.
Okay, so he wants us to recruit. In any case, I think we've pretty much seen a lot in the game right now. So I'm not gonna continue more than that. I'm gonna. Ooh, look at these guys. Oh, I'm definitely fighting you, dude. Before we go, we'll have one last fight with Puss in the Boot. Alright, let's see. These guys are effective against. Resist against electricity. Let's see. Are you resistant against fire? No, he's not. Let's see. Wind. Ah, they're weak against wind. Alright, and let's see. Ice. I'm gonna try to recruit this guy. I like his style. Let's get rid of one of them. Oh, he's reviving himself. Ooh. Puss in Boots, yo! And Kate Sith. Ah, shit, I should have just do a normal attack. Oh wow, okay. Let's pass and let's talk and try to recruit him. Hello. Your hair is rather impressive, thank you. It is proof of your heroism. I'm gonna say it's proof of my fashion sense. Such a thin body. Maintaining appearance is no doubt important, but what about one physical well-being? I challenge you to push up content. Prove your vitality. Okay, you're on. Nice. I've done more push-up. I know, I've been going to the gym a lot. One day yes, one day no, for the past 3 months. So I guess that strength transferred into the game. I'm just being silly, but whatever. Yeah, it's good. It's good. It's good to find. It's good to be in that situation. Feel like really, like you're getting better, right? You're getting healthy. You're feeling better. You're not waking up all weird and drowsy and kind of like finicky and whatnot. I'm gonna try to go to that last point because that's the save, and then so that we can end the stream on a good note. And you know, like, don't the biggest issue with going to the gym and people going to the gym in general is that regardless of motivation and whatnot, one, don't ask people there what you should do. Talk to the staff. If anything, like if you don't know how to use a certain machine or you want some little tips, but please do not speak to any random people, no matter how easy that sounds, or no matter how good they look. It's different bodies, different ways. They're not, majority are not. What is it called? Trainers or certified trainers and whatnot. So yeah, so do that. Don't miss a day. This is something really important because really it builds this sort of mindset in your head, whether you like it or not, that this routine is actually really good for you. It helps you kind of like get your mind of things, and when you start saying like, I don't really feel like it today, even though it's on my schedule, blah blah blah, never skip a day. Try to find a way. Like if you can't go to the gym at that time they usually go later or go earlier, no matter, like try to find a way to do that. And in general, don't expect crazy results really early. Like it took me a while to feel confident to look at my body and be like, oh, actually I can see it, right? Even though progress does take longer, but it only starts showing really, especially like depending on the, like I had like 10 kilos roughly more than I should. I didn't look like I did, but I did felt like it. And there's like these little side jelly that you don't know how to get rid of, this like little lower belly that you also don't know how to do. And eventually you start noticing that, okay, it's affecting other things. It's affecting your mind, it's affecting your way of thinking. Eating too much ends up affecting the way you're using your brain as well, because your brain is just focused on digesting and whatnot. So, and it's also a better habit of eating better, of like really, I'm not looking at, like, I haven't gone into the wormhole of like getting crazy supplements and whatnot, but I am in a situation where I don't eat protein enough. Like, there's so much protein you can eat. You eat a steak, that's just 25 grams of protein. If you need like if you're on a plan of, heavy protein, you need at least like 150, so like 1.5 your weight, because more protein means less fat, but also more protein means more ratio of protein, like muscle on body fat, and so that always helps. It's not a perfect solution, but there's also multiple factors. In any case, enough of this gym talk. I sound like a gym nerd for no reason, and I'm definitely not one. So next week we'll take a look at some new games. We'll probably take a look at Battlefield, as it will get out of the early access. I didn't want to get into the midst of everyone streaming Battlefield and whatnot. I also want to get properly in at a certain level of the game to play this properly on stream. I don't want to make a fool of myself. I'll be playing the game most probably on Xbox, because it's just more. And then we got some Halo. So I might do a dual Halo and a dual Halo and Battlefield night. Hopefully next Wednesday. So until next time, you guys all take good care of yourselves. Be kind to each other, and I hope you guys have a wonderful rest of the morning, day, or night, no matter where you are in the world. And you guys have a good one. Bye.